Hi, my name is Theodore Cottingham. I'm a simple common guy in Eureka Springs, Arkansas. And I speak love to you this day. And it's my desire for you to know your power and not feel powerless, to not feel hopeless, but to know that you are the creator, strong and mighty. You are not dependent on other people's words or dollars, yen, rubles, shekels. What are you dependent on? Knowing who you are and operating in it. Are you the lineage of God? Did you come from God? What is God? Source, universe, energy? What if there's just a bigger picture than what Christianity has given us, or that any religion has given us, or that science has given us, or that men's imagination has fabricated? What if you aren't subject to this world? Wouldn't you like to know it? Where's your curiosity? Where's your sense of adventure? Where's your willingness to be healed from ignorance? Are you willing to heal you and to come into your vast potential, to experience the living Christ, being it? Are you willing to heal people? Are you willing to love the down and outcast, the affluent, the celebrity, the government officials of every country? Will you know the globe as your playground? Are you willing to operate outside your realm of influence that you currently have, to learn a vocabulary that you haven't been exposed to? Are you willing to be used of God, not in the sense of being a servant that remains a servant, but of being one who returns to the cosmos to operate in the fullness of all that Dad has, of all that Mom has, of all that she's created, that we've created? Will we redeem each other? Will you redeem you first? Are you willing to heal you? Heal your thoughts. Are you willing to operate in your power instead of abdicating it and giving it to religion and giving it to words and giving your time to just watching the fabrication of man's imagination on a screen that takes your life from you? I ask you to ask the hard questions to the one in your mirror. I ask you to come into a mentality, or is that a womanality, that knows your power. I ask you not to let you be put under the authority of man. Women, I ask you not to be put under the authority of a man. Religion has no hold over you. The rules of religion has no hold over you. The mores of your culture do not constrict you, not really. I suggest the whole message of Jesus was that he, in fact, was a common man. In choosing to say he was simply Son of Man. He was a common guy. And his message was really, see these things I'm doing, you can do them. You can come unto the Father, the Mother, the One, the consciousness of the intelligence of nations, of planets, of universities, of universes. What universe are you willing to operate in? The universe of limited thought? No more. I want you to see your power. I would like to ignite adventure and exploration and exploration where you come into the Word of you. You come into your power of speaking the Word. What Word? The Word that you originate, that you initiate, that you let be created in you because you are the creator of it. That you become one with the Son, no, the daughter, the One. We don't need polarity. We don't require duality. Protons, neutrons, electrons are not our friends, are they? Or are they? Or are they just part of our existence or part of our present day limited existence? Are we a subset of the real world? You have potential that you cannot develop in a pew listening to a sermon. Listening to me, I evoke feelings probably, but I suggest that leaders produce leaders. Lovers teach lovers. Humility does not breed contempt, nor arrogance, nor walls to keep people out. The walls of religion come down now, no matter what label, no matter what name they use for God, higher intelligence, source, intelligent design. I suggest this is the day of power, of you who will be it in love, who will develop it day by day, where you submit to the living Word. You surrender to the real you because you have never been separate from God. You have never been separate from that which created you. But you devised the separation. Religion sets up rules. I suggest the mature don't need rules, but the beginners do. We all need maybe training wheels. We come into this world, in one sense, not knowing a thing. We don't know how to read right. We don't know how to communicate. But we learn pretty quickly. And we learn our dependencies. And we are taught by others our place in this world. A caste system? Does that not really exist in every country? in every society in some form or manner. I suggest you can know you in the power of your resurrection. I suggest that you can do things unimaginable by people who languish in ignorance. And I ask you to be ignorant of your power no more, but that you come unto the living Lamb in your mirror. That you be docile, not, but you be inquisitive, and you be willing to create, and no more be the brittle formed by religion. Be stagnant no more in your thinking. If you, just like this, what is the potential of this tool to help me? Well, if I do this 20 or 30 times a day in some kind of systematic regimen, what will it produce in me? What do your words produce in you? Who are you subject to? Netflix? Amazon? Or are you willing to come into this? Are you willing to globalize your world? Are you willing to think outside the box? Will you create the box no more? Will you feel the river of life coming through you to form images, visual understandings that you never imagined? What does your word create in you as you speak it, as you listen, as you repeat phrases over and over? Oh, I can't do that. That's not my place. I don't have that power. What does that do to you? It emasculates you, castigates you. Wait a minute. What do you have? What's in your hand? What's in your mouth? The power of the word? Whose word? Your word. The power of your life, I suggest. You're coming into now in a new way because it's a new age. Some can call it the dispensation of Christ. Some can call it a new age of spirituality. It doesn't matter what you call it if you won't limit it in you to be the real you, the power that moves mountains with your word. What is your power? What is your love? Do you love me? Do you love him? Do you love her? Do you love them? Do you love you? I love you. And I bow before you this day. Do I? Oh, I really do. I will bow on one bended knee before you this day, no matter your tribe, your color, your tongue, your nationality, your origin, your socioeconomic status, your belief system, whether you think I'm crazy or gifted. I'm simply one simple common guy that has quested most of my life to know God. And in being still, And over a period of time, a period of years of being still, I began to experience words and phrases at times come into my consciousness that I would recognize or feel like, or I would simply deem to maybe be originating from what I called God. And I would write them down because I would value them. I would date them because the words that came began to teach me, value them, date them, organize them. And the more I valued them and wrote them down, more came. I had little phrases, sometimes sentences, sometimes little paragraphs, and then I had big paragraphs sometimes. And then in 2003, I started spending my entire morning from 8 to noon, 5 days a week in a downtown chapel in Tulsa at Trinity Episcopal Church. They were wonderful. They treated me so good. Lovely people. They welcomed me. And I spent many hours in that cathedral, sometimes pondering, sometimes writing. I'd walk and pray. I'd walk and talk to God. I walked. I studied the stained glass windows and the pictures and what they meant. I multiple times walked among and anointed every pew. It's a special place to me. You have your special places. You have your places that you can hear, that you can connect, that you can feel peaceful, where you surrender to hear you. Because I suggest what we have ascribed to hearing God speak is us hearing us speak without the divided consciousness. Because you are the real one. You are the one everyone waits for. Girl, boy, black, white, green, blue, whatever your color, race, tribe, and tongue. This is the message of me. Me, you, us, people that love, people that will give up their anger and give up your blame. Quit pointing the finger. Don't abdicate your responsibility nor your accountability to you. Because at the end of your life, you will stand before you that knows all things. Because you were part of the creation that created all creation. And that part has never been severed. And your power to create and hang planets in space is still there. I suggest the half has never been told. Not even a tenth. Not even a micro portion. I suggest you have the power of you in unlimited form. But it takes surrender to the real you. And the real you will teach you who God is and how it operates. The real you that exists in you already. That you can't get rid of. It's inextricable. The essence of your very power of existence has that power. and it's eternal, immortal. And oh, one of the light, will you recognize your light? You are the light of the world. You are the one called. Called? Who's calling you? Will you surrender to your call? Do you hear your voice? Do you hear your voice talking to you? Will you allow yourself to hear your voice talking with you? Do you not ever talk to yourself? You hear this internal monologue, dialogue? So who's the accuser of the brethren? The monologue that rapes you? The monologue that says you have no power? You're to worship God? You're a worm? You need to be redeemed? You were created by some God that wants a relationship with you? No. What are you willing to entertain? The idea of not being entertained so much? Well, you know your power and creativity, your creatability, your sustainability, your system to operate in this. I suggest you are the unlimited Christ. If you will be it. If you will begin to learn through a systematic training system of exercising your mind and what? The tool of surrender. Will you surrender every day, every time a thought comes to you? That emasculates your power. You have the power over it. Be the God I serve not. Be the God I am. Be the intelligence of one. Be the love of one, and love all equally. My name is Theodore Cottingham. I love you and bless you this day. My intention is to empower you. I speak healing to you. Healing? Yes, healing. For you to heal you. For you to know your power and grace and love all equally. So I bow before you this day, creating love, speaking love, allowing love to heal us all. Be the one we thought we served. Be the one in the earth this day. Be you. Look in the mirror and know I love you. I'm in Eureka Springs for now, TheodoreCottingham.com. Loving you all. Good day.